What's up, everybody? Mike here, and in this video I've got some new big details regarding Monster Hunter Wilds before we check out the Capcom Spotlight that's happening on Tuesday. And this is coming from IGN and a final preview of Monster Hunter Wilds. Some details I wanted to get out to you guys, let you know about. I think are really cool, and it gives a bit more information on the game leading up to the release of it coming out on February 28th. A few things here to start off with from this article from IGN that they go into about is that apparently with Monster Hunter Wilds, things are seeming to be a bit more streamlined and accessible for players. For example, there's an optimal health and status recovery that removes the need to choose exactly how to heal. And there's, of course, focus mode, which we've been known about since it got announced pretty much, that makes it easier to aim. But the devs assure us that they're not trying to make Monster Hunter easier, and that the difficulty in Wilds generally follows suit from World. Monster Hunter series producer Ryozo Tsujimoto added, "We've been incredibly careful in Wilds to guide players to the fun of Monster Hunter without changing the core of the series. Wilds immediately directs players into the meat of what Monster Hunter really is, hunting large monsters that could be set-piece bosses in other games." I mean, heck, when I first got to Monster Hunter with Monster Hunter World, yeah, that's pretty much how almost every single monster hunt felt like to me, is that they each feel like their own boss fight in a sense. And that's what helped me love the Monster Hunter series even more. The main mission smoothly integrate many small monster hunts and gathering as part of the story, which is a great way to teach players about these necessary activities without them feeling like a roadblock. Monster Hunter as a series has come a long way as well too, with making things like less convoluted and stripping away its non-essential bits and pieces has made it more palatable to a much larger crowd. Wilds also delivers the thrill of hunting a monster extraordinarily fast. The main story immediately spits you into the thick of things, and you'll have hunted your first large monster in the first 20 minutes after customizing your character and Palico. There are no custodian kerfluffies to contend with. You are one of the chosen hunters to protect your fleet from the big bads, and that's pretty much what you do. The action of these monster hunting quests is seamlessly woven together with narrative tasks that drive the story and exciting cutscenes that drop you right into the fray. Travel is often accompanied by NPCs who progress the story with dialogue, so little time is wasted, making this entire experience feel full and structured like a traditional RPG, as you aren't posting quests from a board and loading into a map like in previous Monster Hunters. At the same time, you still have robust freedom to explore and discover things on your own without having your hand held too tightly. You still will need to keep up on your eating and inventory management though. You got new monsters here and returning monsters in this game too. A new one being Rampopolo, if I'm saying that right. Basically, the sort of mosquito-looking type monster using its needle-like mouth to spew poison and a sharp appendage on its tail to inject gas into the ground, making use of the flammable oil silt to cause large AoE explosions. Then there is a Jarakin, the ape-like fanged beast that's really aggressive, kind of like, I guess, a new version of Rajang, because it's fast and strong, and does a move where it spins in the air and crashes down like it's a fiery Sonic the Hedgehog homing attack. And if you let it grab you, it will roar in your face before brutally dragging you across the ground and tossing you like a ragdoll. Gravios, a returning monster, for some players, I guess it's a pain in the past or previous games, with its hardy HP pool and super tough defenses. But in Wilds, it seems like its hitboxes are more finely tuned, and the devs are trying to make it a more enjoyable fight overall. Then there's the new octopus-like monster, the Apex, new Udra. Its tentacles can all move independently of each other too, and kind of moves with a graceful slickness. It hits hard with its body and flame attacks. Its unpredictable, multi-directional attack patterns seem to encourage teaming up with friends, or at least NPC support hunters. The sensory organs on the tips of its tentacles glow when it intends to use them in an attack, and occasionally covers itself in oil silt and engulfs itself in flames, another cool use of the environment by an oil well based inhabitant. One of its attacks even resembles a dangerous fireworks display, apparently. You'll be happy to know that also, based on this final preview, the builds played perform significantly better than the open beta test, at least on PS5 graphics mode. The monsters and environments acted as they were meant to, for the most part. But the person who played this and wrote this final preview article says the caveat being they were playing offline and single player. So still a bit unsure as far as how online would actually function as far as everything like performance and technical issues if they would even happen. Something that might concern some players is how wild story progression will work in multiplayer. But the devs do confirm you'll be able to play through the story with friends without the roadblocks encountered in World. It seems the devs have really learned a lot from Monster Hunter World as far as either mistakes they made or certain collaborations, like with the Witcher 3 collaboration, for example, and Final Fantasy 14. They're trying to definitely add some quality life stuff here, make it a bit more streamlined, and just easier in terms to get into, but still a fun challenge overall. And I'm all for that. We still have the Capcom Spotlight that's supposed to happen here on Tuesday at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern. Definitely going to be checking it out, guys, for sure. I'm wondering what other details I can show off before the game comes out. We do have the second open beta that's happening as well later this month. I'm personally not going to partake just because simply it's not going to have the technical improvements and optimization that's going to be in the full game. They've already expressed that. It's just going to have like 1 or 2 new hunts. And honestly, at this point, if it's not going to be an improved version of the previous beta, I'd rather just wait till the full game's out and then play it. But that's just me. For those that didn't play the first beta, definitely check out this second beta if you can. Just a fair warning though, with this not having the technical improvements and stuff like that they're going to implement in the full game, on PC at least, you might run into some issues, and it probably won't look as good on PS5 either, as how this person in this article is talking about IGN as far as the build looking better than the beta. But it's still hopefully be functional for a lot of people, and the devs are aware of the issues. If there's more issues, obviously just report it to them. I know for me though, I cannot wait to just lose myself in this game and spend like 600 hours or more into this. I may even try to learn some new weapons, if not all the weapons this time around, to try and do some guides on all the weapons or builds for all the weapons. I don't know. I'm just not really too much into the range combat of Monster Hunter, and I'm not really into like just certain weapons. Like there's about maybe half of the weapons I usually use I love to use, and the other half was like But we'll see. We'll see. This is going to be a fun game nonetheless, and I cannot wait to play it and play with friends in the community, as well as newcomers that are maybe playing this for the first time. This is their first ever Monster Hunter game, Either way, it is a great time to be a gamer, and this is going to most likely be my personal game of the year. We'll have to wait and see, but hopefully Capcom surprises us with even more cool news and stuff when it comes to the Spotlight. I'll definitely be making a video on that, so stay tuned. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, comment below your thoughts, what you think so far, subscribe if you're new as well. My name's Mike, and I'll see you in the next one.